Hello, this is Arrow with Airsoft DC. Today, we're going to do this is episode 3, of an introduction to Airsoft. We apologize for the noise, as we are outside and we can hardly control some of the aspects of such a set. Today we have a very serious discussion, and that is before we get into anything truly Airsoft related, we must get into the most important part of Airsoft, safety. It is because of lack of safety that we have so many strict laws regarding Airsoft. Now, it is important. Now, I do not blame people who are unsafe. Well, yes, I do. But to be fair,
Idiots.
it's not merely because we have laws and restrictions that that safety is important. It's because it is a very important part to avoid true catastrophe. Now, there are more mediocre things to worry about, such as gloves and padding. This is a flak vest. These are slightly more secondary when it comes to worrying about safety, because these will keep you from feeling pain, certainly when you're being shot, but again, it is important to note that Airsoft causes no true serious damage. It merely causes welts, bruises, pain, sure, but it's not going to hurt you unless you're a hemophiliac or have a horrible disease in that regard, which I apologize if you do. So, but what we truly need to worry about is, for instance, the orange safety tip. You'll see this on a menagerie, and almost every Airsoft gun you can purchase will have this. Those who don't possibly come from the UK or are used. But if you own an Airsoft gun, or you purchase one, chances are you'll have seen this. These, in United States law, have to be 4mm in size. Now, in some countries, the UK, as long as you have the license, you actually don't need this. But in the United States, which is what we're worried about, you will need this. And you may not be liking it, it may seem ugly to you, it may seem strange, but you need it. Because if you don't...
It's so hideous!
I know. But if you think that you can walk around in any public place without it, there's a chance you will be either arrested or possibly shot. It has happened before. Now, that is another important point, and a segue to my next point. Never bring Airsoft into public unless it is a registered Airsoft field or your own private residence. If you
Or a store.
Or a store.
An Airsoft shop.
An Airsoft legal providing shop. If you bring it to any other place in public, then it is legal for them to arrest you because you are carrying a weapon. So, do not carry it into public, and certainly don't take it to school, which is a priority nowadays because kids have been thinking of doing such a thing.
We had one in our own hometown.
Yes, we did.
Over at the elementary school.
So remember, do not bring Airsoft in public, because if you do, you could be arrested or even killed, which we do not want. Now, in regards to actually playing Airsoft, there is safety nonetheless. It is not merely civilian and out of game, it is in-game. Eye protection. Eyes, possibly ears and mouth, are the only ways that a BB could pretty much enter into a human body, because it cannot actually penetrate the skin unless done in incredibly high FPS, which shouldn't be legal in a regulated game. You need eye protection, and hopefully ear protection, and if you're beginning Airsoft, we highly recommend the face mask, much like I showed you there. Because there have been recorded incidences of people having their mouths open and a BB actually chipping their teeth or actually going into their mouth. Sounds horrific, I know, and my friend can vouch for it. Your ears, I haven't heard many incidents of it, but I'm sure it has happened. But the eyes, absolutely the eyes. That is why if you're going to a game, at least wear safety goggles, much like you'd see in an actual shooting real guns where you have shooting goggles. These will protect your eyes from essentially any Airsoft BB, no matter how high the velocity. They're just not strong enough to penetrate the plastic. So, in conclusion, no Airsoft guns in public, obey all safety regulations and laws, wear eye protection, hopefully a full face protection if you can, and if you truly feel that you need padding to play an Airsoft game to avoid as much pain as possible, I don't blame you. So, this is Arrow with Airsoft DC. Remembering, stay safe.